So here's the thing. Like, I don't want to do this. I don't particularly like doing it. I'm sure that the point of this is to, like, make me say anything that's incriminating, or, like, make me say a bunch of shit that's, like, about like, how people can harass you and, like, stalk you and shit. And then if I ever, like, attempt to do something that's, like my own, that, like, uses my own free agency, someone will then, like, point to the videos, or, like, point to, like how other people's actions, like, affected me, and been like, aha, you should therefore have all these constraints on your actions yourself. And it's like, no, because I don't go out of my way to, like, harass people. So if the computer networks, or, like, the system is designed so that, like, it rewards behavior that, like, harasses or sickens someone, then the computer network should be dismantled or reconfigured. If people are going out of their way to do it so that, like, they can prove that they have freedom in some way, but then there's, like, some sort of Bitcoin payoff to do it, or it's like we're going to show that we have freedom in some way, and then if you say anything, then there's a payoff for it where we get money. It's like, cool. So you're going to poison me a little bit or harass me a little bit, and then there's a payoff if I say anything. Well, I'll say something every time, and then what's going to happen is I'm going to have the worst possible thing I can think of happen to you that isn't illegal. I'll just post it on the internet and then email people randomly and tell them, like, you're good at stalking people and harassing them. Isn't that cool? Wouldn't you like to have friends that are awful? And it's like the worst thing I can think of. Because they're people that are unlike me, right? Like, I'm not gonna, like, harm you, but, like, if I widely publish that, like, you're good at being an asshole to as many assholes as I can, then you get to deal with that. Like, that's what I, like, that would be what I would do in this situation. And so once I stop being harassed or stalked for, like, some arbitrary reason, whether it be, like, my birthday, which is coming up, like, God forbid that you fucking deal with that in any way, or because you just give up or you don't get any money from it anymore, and then I start using my own free agency, if anyone ever comes up to me and then is like, oh, well, then you have all these constraints on your actions because you didn't like it when someone did this and this and this and this, it's like, yeah, but there's intentionality, right? Like, if I do something in my job, or I pay money for a service, or I interact with people in a particular way to further my own ends, but I'm not, like, intentionally doing it in order to fuck with the system, to screw someone else over, then I'm not at fault. If the system is, like, taking all of my input and using it to fuck someone else over, then the system's broken. And when I say, like, the system, it sounds like old-fashioned, or, like, it sounds like, you know, like, old-fashioned paranoid fight the system type shit, but it's like, yeah, an AI network controls the fucking city camera, so if you walk around and wear your clothes silly, it'll, like, fuck up somebody's stock portfolio, or, like, screw with the traffic system. So, you know, it's just like, okay, cool. Well, every time this happens, I'm gonna post a line. And it's like, well, like, and I may be sick to the point where, like, it doesn't matter anymore. But, like, I'm just so fucking annoyed with it that it's like, okay. It's like, you want to be left alone, but you're inviting all this attention. It's like, yeah, well, you won't leave me alone, so now you get to deal with, like, I don't know, the Ministry of Defense of Thailand. Like, I don't know. Just pick one at random. And anytime I find out something weird and fucked up about it, I just invite assholes here to come and, like, make your day suck. So you could just leave me alone. Like, if you're not gonna be able to, like, be a human being and provide healthcare and a job, or stop stalking and harassing me with, like, sick kids, or like have it so that I can have enough food to eat and like basic human services, or like arbitrarily say I don't like your pornography or like anything about your personality that's specific, and so like I'm gonna hurt you to that thing which is different from me, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say cool, and then I'm gonna like record how you do it and then email people that I think you don't like, because you're not capable of like not being a cunt. And then I'm gonna go, that's neat, and then I'm gonna go back to sleep. Because as it is, like right now, I need healthcare, and I'm sick from everyone harassing me and making me ill. And I don't know if I'm gonna die from it. So all I'm gonna do all the time that anyone does anything even remotely like, oh, well, that was probably them harassing them, I'm just gonna pick like a name out of a hat and email them and say, hey, this is probably something cool. You should definitely come to these guys who are running the cars back and forth that happen to know like when I'll fart, because that's when the car backfires. Isn't that hilarious? You should go talk to them about all the things they know about gastroenterology, but then I'll email like, you know, I don't know, Mossad, or like Hezbollah, or like the Saudis. So just okay. I don't get it. I don't see the point. I'll just do that until I'm too sick not to. And in the meantime, you get to make friends with assholes. So we both win. It just, I don't, you know, it doesn't, there's nothing there. There's no there.